It's the end of the night, and we are not playing the early game.
We go to a place where parents can remove the filters and have real conversations.
It's the hotel lobby.
Welcome back to the hotel lobby, boys. Let's have one. So it has been a hot minute. Last week I was out of town for work, so we couldn't really record then. And the week before that, we had a little... Oh, by the way, hi. Drew Baressa joining you, along with...
Chris Kopic.
And Jamie Mork.
You know, we've just succinct and to the point this week. I like that. We got stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I was going to give you my big spiel, the intro, but I was like, no, I got different things to talk about. So
yeah, and you also see right next to Chris, we have an empty chair. We will be filling said chair real quick, and what's in front of Chris might be an indication, as long as my attire here today.
Big crowd here tonight, too.
Really is. Let's hear it from the crowd. Let's go. Big noise. There we go. All right, so 2 weeks ago, though. So we're sitting there on the weekend. It finally happened. We had the lobby divided. We're out in St. Louis with our Great Lakes team. JT and I daughter on that team, and we're playing against the Milwaukee Junior Admirals.
Don't say it like that. The Milwaukee Junior Admirals.
I said it just fine. No, it was. It was a good competition. You know, we're sitting there. We knew we were going to have some tough sled in that entire tournament. Basically, all Tier 1 teams, and then here's this Tier 2 team, Little Engine that couldn't apparently. But you know,
I thought the Admirals were Tier 1.
They are.
He's not talking about the Admirals.
Okay.
Jamie, that's the Milwaukee Admirals. Say it right. Come on now. Unbelievable. Anyway, so Grayson net against former teammates, and it was a good time. The Junior Admirals came out on top, which was kind of expected, honestly, but it was a good game for the most part.
Yeah, and it was fun, and you see those pictures on the Facebook. The girls, the former all teammates, gather around, get some pictures together. You know. Get on the ice. We're opponents. I don't want to
get back in that lobby.
Get back in the lobby, crack a beer, and we're best friends. Not them, the parents.
They just cracked a beer and stayed enemies. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
All right, but no, it was a great weekend. St. Louis put on a good show. Like that facility they had there was great. Like I'm sure with junior ed stuff like that, you guys play in much nicer facilities than we normally play in, and it was a great time had by all and. Yeah, great weekend. Sorry you couldn't be there. We were looking for you.
Yeah, I know. I was home with Quinny. She had some games going on, and you guys had a great time. But it was fun. I really enjoy watching Quinny and the 10U group. They're a strong 10UA team. Reminds me of our girls when they were at that age, minus the goalie. Right, we need to score a lot of goals to stay ahead. With that, this past weekend,
let's go.
We got together with five of the parents. Got together. We rented a van,
short bus.
5 dads and the daughters, and we took off over to Chippewa Falls, and it was great. We played some Gordon Lightfoot,
which we won't play here just in case.
We don't need to.
If he's got the same lawyers that Dawson does,
just sing a little bit for us.
The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I don't know. Does anyone? I should wait for our guest too. Does anyone know what the Gitchy Gumi means? And not you, Josh.
Drink
that. Yes. No.
No, I do not.
Well, that's Lake Superior, boys. That's Lightfoot talking about Lake Superior. Anyway,
have you brought that up at all this week?
A couple times. I've been playing. We must have played some Lightfoot. It was all weekend.
Can you repronounce that for me, please?
Gitchy Gumi.
So is there a chance that Lake Superior took
Lake Superior
took a little offense by that name and said fuck this ship?
Wow.
I'm just asking questions here. I'm not saying it's right.
I didn't hear that in the song.
Gucci, there's what? Gucci?
Gitchy Gumi. Anyway, so it was a great weekend. The girls played some good hockey. They're at that level, no lie, where they start kicking the snot out of some of these girls teams. Where we're going to have to start looking at different ways to get some competition. Either boys moving up to some 12B level, whatever it is, and you can't stay down to that level, and you're going to start playing lazy hockey. Yeah, you're going to play lazy hockey. So we're gonna. We like I'm doing anything, but
the royal we
right. Look at different avenues to pick up their competition.
Yeah, and at some point you have to either, like you said, play either the boys teams or something like that. You got to step it up, and otherwise, what are we doing here? And it is kind of the problem Wisconsin has obviously that issue with hockey way more than like Minnesota, or Illinois, Michigan around us, where there's this, and the very little in between.
Right. But it was a real fun weekend.
Is that tournament?
No, just games.
Just games.
We played 2 at Chippewa and then went over to Baldwin for 2 Sunday. But it was really, really fun. I mean, we had a hotel lobby weekend, a Saturday night in the hotel lobby. Fantastic. Getting to know these different parents. Good crew.
Yeah, I mean that's good to see, and that is the thing. It's like, so our 14U team, we finally got games in this week, because I mean all the other teams were like
The first ones?
Yeah, so because everyone plays in the fall, so it's Wheel or Great Lakes or TW or whatever it is, and half the teams we're looking at right now are just like, oh yeah, we're 7-1. We're like, cool, we're just
0-0.
0-0.
We're undefeated.
So, played a good Wausau team. Like, they were better than we were expecting. And then we played a team in the Milwaukee area that they tried.
I've been there.
So have I.
Let's just
I know you have.
Let's just say one of our friends would have busted out his line in the first period.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
But
Runtime.
it is. And it was, well, actually, I think it was very early.
Gitchy Goomy.
Yeah, get you going.
That's the new vernacular for runtime, bitches, just so we can say it in public. It's not a bad, I'm not going to forget how to say that either way, but yeah, so there you go. There's your great catch up for the week.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mark, what did you do? Anything?
Nothing.
Watch some birds? We don't want to go get too deep into this.
We only have an hour.
Join us for Jamie's Bird Watch tomorrow. We need to dedicate time for that.
Feather snap, I'm calling you.
Hey, before we get our guests, you want me to get to a little bit of Facebook deal here? Or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so switching gears for a minute, it's time for the hotel lobby roll call. Why we ended up here is because of these current and future stars on the ice, field, court, diamond, etc. Seriously, we are super proud to feature all these young athletes, and if those are more than with that shout out, hop on the Facebook. If you want the Insta, whatever it is, reach out to Spotify. Show us your young athlete. Show us a picture of playing, whatever it is, and who you are. With that, we had a few. We had the Amos crew, the Wapaka Rink Mat, some Mites, 2015 Junior Guardians, and your Fox River Freeze. So there's 3, right? 3 Amoses running around.
No, well, actually, there is 4 as Henry started playing this year.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, but he is. Yeah. No.
So that's the Amos crew. Yeah. Then we have Annabelle Hintz. She's a softball player, Velocity of 14U. Hell of a hitter. She blasts these. Number 4 hitter, just fantastic. First baseman. We have the Barassa crew.
We did.
A Mite, young Mite, Izzy, and
we have a Mite and
Emma, the hell of a defenseman.
Yeah.
And for the Freeze 14U crew, Kate Salisbury, she got a new stick. Hopeful for a full season with this stick. Jen, the mom says. We have the Hales, Natalie and Whitney. They're playing some Superior Icebreakers this year, and then Ryan with M&M Thunder.
Shout out to Jeremiah. And Ashley. Sorry, I don't want to rule you out. Go ahead. The
Bakers, James, we've been talking about. The Big Cat was here in soccer, and Mia softball. We have Ryman, Stella. She's a Mite, Blades white team. And then we have a couple. Real quick, we'll get Quinn, who's a forward for the Freeze 10UA. And then we got some goalies that I want to go over. Some Ava Jo Scarda, Eagle River Bantams. Elise Lesniak, Great Lakes, and now the Ice Hawks. And then my favorite goalie, I'm a little biased here, Grace, Milwaukee Admirals goalie. So, and there you go. There's our shout out for those players that are on the Facebook for Hotel Lobby.
It's very good. Thank you. And thank you for sharing. And I feel like this is like some weird, like old 80s or 90s TV show now. Like, send us a picture of your kids and see what they're up to. But that's kind of where we're at.
Well, that is it. I mean, this is it. We're the parents.
It's a social network.
Yeah, of these athletes that are out there. So
it is. Do we want to save our guests the trouble and let you do your moment first, so we can get this out of the way, so he doesn't have to live through this.
I'm sure he'll really enjoy this listening anyway. My Vision Quest moment. Did you know Madonna's film debut title change? The movie included Madonna's first major motion picture appearance, performing "Crazy for You." That was a great one.
Oh, I love it.
And Gambler, by the way. I didn't know if you guys knew that. In some countries, to capitalize on her exploding fame, the movie's title was actually changed from Vision Quest to "Crazy for You." That is your Vision Quest moment.
How do you say "crazy for you" in Korean?
Crazy for you.
Gucci.
I think that would have made
Kichigumi.
I set you up.
would have made way more sense. All right, now that our guest was back in the isolation chamber, didn't have to hear any of that shit.
Fell asleep.
Let's welcome our guest onto the show. So
All right, bring him in.
welcome to the show.
I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's about time.
Our guest, Clint Kriewaldt. Welcome.
What's up, guys?
I got a list.
I've got 2 questions and 1 comment.
Well, first off, thanks for joining us for the first time. So, for those who don't know or didn't remember, episode 11 that does not exist, as it's because we had a corrupted SD card, and we had a great night in the lobby that no one will ever know of. So,
Right.
Clint, thanks for coming back and not just walking in and just like beat the crap out of us and being like, "You sons of bitches couldn't get this shit right."
You guys
We're
are
just looking
idiots.
forward to having you back. Just
Glad
a
to be back here,
reason.
for sure.
So, I mean, we have a nice helmet here. I'm wearing the attire that I did want to rep both the Steelers for you and also my alma mater in one Rocky Blyer. So, shout out to Xavier.
Got to represent.
And Rocky Blyer. Absolutely. So, before we get into the whole professional sports of it all, well, actually, now that we can have our shoots real quick here, boys. So, reach out to the shoots. So I'm going to read off a few things while you guys are shooting it up here.
How's that coming out?
Troublesome.
Amateur.
Absolutely. It's like he's never been here before.
Right.
All right. So Clint, local hero at Shiocton, right? Shiocton High School, where you kind of got your start and playing multiple positions. I mean, in the smaller schools, it's kind of how that works, right?
Right.
So playing defense at linebacker, and then, go ahead and have one.
Yeah.
There we go. And playing running back for them. And it's kind of tough, like, which one do you go first and say, like, this was my position? Like, which one do you really feel was the one that was going to get you somewhere?
At the time, coming out of high school, was running back. I played both ways. Like you said, a lot of small schools, most of your guys play kickoff return, all the special teams. You leave the field at halftime, and at the end of the game, that's the only time you step foot off the field. So really, offense was running back was I loved it, and that's what I excelled at. I was All-State, honorable mention All-State, but that's what I went to college at Stevens Point for as a running back my first year.
I mean, not only, all-state, but you're talking with all-conference too, 1993 Offensive Player of the Year, 3,357 yards in your career in high school, which is...
Right, and we didn't make the playoffs.
And you didn't make the playoffs.
Back then, they took the conference champ, and we were 8-1. We were 7-2, and never made the playoffs.
Oh,
I remember that. The way they set that up
It
was
was
just
ridiculous.
crap. Yeah.
So now you have teams making it 4 and 5.
Yeah.
We were, I think the worst record we had was 6-3, and we did not make the playoffs ever in high school.
That's insane. So who was
who
was
made
the
it?
champ
Who made
in your
it in
conference?
Wittenberg was usually at the top.
Is that right?
Bondwell was up there at the
Yeah.
time, but it was mainly Wittenberg was the team to beat. Manuel was a big rival for us, but it was Wittenberg.
Yeah, I thought I had a problem with Wittenberg, but it was really Burnhamwood that was my issue. Personally.
the Badger.
Yeah. So that 1,552 yards in one season, and your single game record was slightly higher than I'm guessing Chris's.
Oh, stop now. We don't know this. Probably.
Do we know this?
We probably don't. Did you see his helmet?
Yeah.
Gucci got me. Did you get above 50?
It was Gitchy Goomy. And get that damn helmet down here and stick it right in front of that Steelers one.
No?
No,
317 yards gonna top you on this one?
Not even close. Yeah.
You were a good running back.
Not
You were.
Not 317
Not- well,
yards worth.
That's a team there as well. But
Yeah. No, he clearly, I think 160, 170 maybe in a game.
But that's solid.
Yeah.
So 3 16?
17.
17. Against who? Do you know?
Amherst.
Oh.
What did they give it to you, like on the 5, and then you just ran a couple 95-yarders?
Had some long runs. You have to have long runs when you get 300 over 300
No
yards.
kidding.
But,
Yeah.
we were just we were a heavy run team. We
Can
didn't
you-
throw the ball much. 3 or 4 times a game we threw the ball.
Was Amherst just like every time you guys came out there, just like it was like,
Oh, here we go. The Neary boys from Lakeland.
right here we go. Here comes that Kriewaldt again. Dear Lord. They're pushing their buddies in front of them to try to hit them.
And Amherst has been, the last few years they've been solid.
Back then they were a down program.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
And it's up and down, yeah.
Yep.
So other than that, I have your offensive stats here. Like rattle off some of those defensive stats because obviously you did okay there too.
In
If you
high
have
school?
any, yeah. Or just do you have any like moments like that you really remember defensively there, or even any game specifically other than the big running game like that really stands out for you?
Just a lot of good memories playing with the teammates and just certain plays that stand out. There's one of my roommates in college was from Burnwood, your favorite town. But we played against them. That was always a huge rival for us. They were playing at Shiocton. They punted the ball, snapped the ball over the punter's head, and Joel Winsenson was his name. He was a big boy. He got the ball. He got around the corner. I'm back as the sole returner. He clears everybody, and I don't know what he was doing. He was running down our sideline. I had the perfect angle right at him. He didn't make a move, and I put my crown of my helmet right in his chin and his ear. There's a video on our sideline, and then my roommate's parents had the video from their sideline. His ear pad went flying up in there like 15 feet out of his helmet, and he was out.
Oh.
And then when I was in college room with him, he's like, yeah, the kid was never the same after that.
You gave him the Rock'em Sock'em Robots treatment,
Yep.
basically. Just had that whole
That one stands
helmet
out because
shootout.
I felt it too. Like I was in
And
another
they
world.
Seen some stars.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't go over all the stuff, so we're kind of getting there from there. So from high school, now you're on to college, and you went to?
Went to Stevens Point. Yep. As a running back. So I redshirted my freshman year. I was on scout team. I was getting the crap beat on me every day in practice, and the guys wanted to kill me because I knew one speed at that time, and it was balls to the wall all the time and trying to make an impression. And I remember I had guys on defense that were pulling me off to the side outside of practice. Saying, dude, you better chill out because they want to hurt you. They're trying to hurt you every day in practice. And I'm like, I don't freaking care.
Yeah. So it's actually that's the real scene in Rudy. In the movie where they're just like, hey, this ain't the Super Bowl. You got to calm it down now.
Pretty much. I didn't know how to practice at that time. I was just 100 miles an hour every time.
First of all, is there a different way to practice?
There's a different way to practice. I mean, there's to be a good practice player, you know the defense is not always going full speed at times, right? There's a way to practice. I understand that now. I understand why they're probably pissed at me, want to hurt me, but I wouldn't have changed
my immediate thought would have been with Chris is, I'm going to try to make you better and be ready for this weekend. I'm not going to try to hurt you, but I'm going to come at you.
Yeah. What else are you doing?
Yeah.
And this is different level.
I mean,
obviously,
that's
but
how we do it in volleyball.
Clearly, every time.
I'm looking at you, Logan.
Use the phrase iron sharpens iron a lot in volleyball. Just kind of getting that out in your beach volleyball, whatever it is. Do you play more than once a year?
No.
Okay, perfect.
I can't jump either.
Don't short yourself.
That is a hindrance on volleyball players.
Yeah.
So redshirt your first year, your freshman year.
It was good. I was scout team player of the year at the end of the season and came in as a running back my second year there, and I thought I was doing really well. My first week in camp, and it was halfway through, and Coach Mish pulled me out of the offensive meeting room, brought me down the hall, and he said, hey, we're going to move you to linebacker. Threw me in the defensive meeting room at that time, and it was kind of like a kick in my groin at that time because I busted my butt during the offseason. I thought I was doing really well the first 3 or 4 days of practice, and I understand what they did now, but at the time it was hard to accept. And then we had an inter-squad scrimmage that weekend, and I ended up doing fairly well, and I started every game after that then.
But being a stud at linebacker too in high school and going there, why not? I would. Don't you rather want to hit someone than then try to?
Well, now of course, yeah. Running the ball was pretty fun, and scoring touchdowns was pretty fun.
Right. But you were used to it. You knew what you were doing, jumping on that side of the ball.
Right. I was corner my first 2 years, my freshman, sophomore year. I played safety my junior year, and then linebacker was the first year. My senior year was the first time I played linebacker.
And what sides, like the height, weight, are you when you're coming in?
6'1" to 6'2", 195.
That's
as a
solid.
senior.
Yeah, that's
big.
Trying
senior
to put
year
weight
in
on.
high school.
Yeah.
Senior in high school,
Yeah.
and then after my freshman year, I was 215,
Yeah.
and my sophomore year, I was 230.
Yeah, yeah. That's you're bringing it
Yeah.
at that weight.
Oh, yeah.
A little different than, well, actually kind of similar, but a little bit different than the Clay Matthews, like 145 as a freshman and then 230 as a sophomore or whatever it was.
That was a huge jump.
Yeah, natural, all natural.
Mine was all natural. I swear in the Bible. It was all
Yeah,
natural, for
Steven's
sure.
point, very much more into the testing than USC was.
They probably were.
I kind of caught the end of that era because the teams like lacrosse, and I heard stories, and we had a few guys in my freshman year in point that, oh yeah, you could tell that they were on steroids or they're using something. But I was kind of right at the tail end of that, and it kind of faded away the rest of my years at that point.
Who's was it Bill Schrader? Was he the Packer receiver at lacrosse?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Billy
Yep.
Schrader.
And ran track and all that stuff.
yeah.
My favorite story with it, this isn't about him.
I played with him 1 year in Detroit.
Oh, no,
Oh, is
yeah,
that right?
absolutely.
My last year in Detroit, he was in Detroit.
Wow.
with us, yep.
So my favorite story there, just to divert a little bit, was when the Packers hired Mike Holmgren, and in his press conference said, "I'm not a guy who yells. I don't wear face masks." And then at Minnesota on Monday night, just Schrader, he's like, "What are you doing?" He's just screaming at him on camera. We're like, "All right, coach. All right, sounds good. Not bad. All right." So then, from this standpoint, now you're sitting there. Now you're getting play time. You're
In your sophomore year, right?
sophomore year. You know,
Red shirt freshman year.
Oh, red shirt freshman. Yep,
red shirt
yep,
freshman. So I have 4 more years of
Yep,
eligibility
yep.
left.
But now you got that. Oh, that's right. So now you got that defensive mentality and bringing up my favorite football movie of all time, The Program. You kind of had a place at the table now, right?
Oh, I thought it was
sure.
Johnny Be
For
Good.
sure.
Best of times.
Both of them, all of those are great options. You didn't say Little Giants, but other than that,
It's weird. We know all these football movies.
It's like we did this before.
Deja vu.
The Program is so good. So now you basically got a Latimer thing happening here now, right?
Yep. Oh yeah. My unanimous all conference, my redshirt freshman year, and every year after that. So
Oh, so it's stuck.
yes.
So did you kind of have like the guys who were kind of giving you some crap the first year, like, "Oh no, we're good now"? Like, yeah, I get it.
What do you mean?
Like the people are trying to tell you to dial it back a little bit. Like,
No, not after that. Because then I was on the other side of that, and I understood like if the running back was going hard, I was there. I was that guy the year before, so I was cool with it.
I was going to say, did you have a running back coming 100% at you during practice squad?
Yes, they did.
Drinks.
yeah, you know what you were.
If you did you take him down?
No, I wasn't like that. Not in practice. We had the only time we ever, I would say maybe a little bit dirty. We had the coaches had a rule once the season got going on. If they were in the bar, we walked in. It was our job to leave. Whoever was there first, you let them stay and you leave. So if we're in there, the coaches walked in, they would leave.
Yep.
Well, we had a guy. He was a younger quarterback from Kimberly. He was not understanding that. So we got disciplined because he was in the bar drinking when the coaches were there. He didn't leave, and we took it out on him in practice because we had to do extra up downs. And he had a red jersey on, and I told
Up-downs.
he was a scout team quarterback, and I told the guys in the huddle, I said that red jersey doesn't mean shit right now. So we had about a dozen good licks on him, and finally the coach was screaming at us to
just
knock
say,
it off.
Lesson learned.
And like, we got one more in us. So we did one more. I mean, these are dirty. These are throwing the ball and we're smoking them back in it.
I mean, some of those Kimberly guys need to be taken down a peg. You know, I think it's all right with that. I might look the other way on that one, kind of. Well, didn't see it. Not sure what you're talking about.
That's pretty good.
So all the time at Stevens Point, now you're sitting there and you're playing well at the Division III level, and we got aspirations of an NFL here.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was my sophomore years when it kind of hit a little bit. We had a center at the time, Joel Hornsby, his name was. They had 2 general NFL scouts that came into point to work them out, and then they also wanted to see me. They wanted me to run a 40 and just get some measurements on me, my height, weight, my wingspan. Thought that was hilarious. Afterwards, we go back to the house, and my roommates were dying laughing, think it's a joke. And then the next year, then every day, like going into my senior year of playing, my last year playing, there was NFL team, Canadian team. There was teams every single day at point.
Wow.
Standing at practice, and they were like,
Then it
"Holy
gets
man,
real.
This is getting real. There's something here." So
So real quick, measurements compared to like players on your team. Similar, better? I mean, and I don't know. I'm just asking.
It's weird, and it's more now than even in college football. It's all about your dimensions. I've had college coaches when I was coaching high school football. They would tell me they come to recruit players of ours, and they're like, "He's an inch too short. He's this." It's just a little bit off. They said who was the head coach at North Dakota State right now, Tim Polisak, came in our school, and he said if we have player A that is undersized, but he is making play after play after play on the field all game long, or we have player B that's the prototypical size, he's underperforming. We're arrogant enough to think that he's just poorly coached, and we'll take him all day long over because all that other kid is an overachiever. I'm like, I can't believe you just said that. Like,
Yeah.
It's funny,
but that's the way it is. It's all about your dimensions.
You got to assume there are so many coaches that are missing out with that attitude.
For sure. I think so.
Man, I mean, that's how you get a dude like Jim Leonard on the Badgers and stuff like that, who's he's undersized and he's an overachiever, but he kept it up and he just kept on going.
If you're making plays, how do you argue that, right?
Well, I don't.
I know what you're saying. Yep.
So did you have the right dimensions, or was that just a different?
I was a prototypical size.
You were.
Yep. I was at that time. Linebackers are bigger. I was at the 235, 240, close to in my senior year, and now linebackers are a little bit smaller. I mean, back in that era, the late 90s, early 2000s, that's 240, 250 was a middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Now they're glorified safeties. They're 215, 220, 225 that can run.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean now it's so much of that lateral.
It's all speed.
And
we're fat. We were running good times back then, but
what's the 40 when you were
4.57 on my pro day?
Dang.
So I had like 10 teams. We schedule it when the Badgers had theirs. I had Aaron Gibson that year. I forget who the other guys were. We scheduled it the day after, hoping that they would just stay in town. And we had there was like 10 or 11 that came out to point.
I bet you were a little bit faster than Gibson.
I tell you what, man. In a 10-yard span,
he was pretty quick.
400 and some pound guy. It was very impressive to see how fast.
It's funny. We heard that story that Gibson actually was pretty damn quick.
Oh, he's quick, athletic for sure. For a 400-pound guy to see him move that quick was very impressive.
And the dude was a swimmer, like a crazy swimmer.
Do you see him now? He dropped.
I haven't talked to him a bit. It's been a while.
But he lost. I mean, he's all those big guys, all the big linemen.
Yeah.
Stop it, Drew.
All right, so pro day happens and all this stuff, and all of a sudden you're sitting there going, all right, draft day's coming, and I'm going to get a call. Like, what was your kind of your thought process that day? Like, were you like, hey, I'm going to wait by the phone, watch TV, or was this like, I'm just going to go out and enjoy life? And obviously you have a phone with you, so you know the call's coming. But
back then it was the 2-day draft. It was the Saturday, Sunday, first 3 rounds on Saturday. The rest on Sunday. So I had my college roommates came home, another buddy, and we just were at my parents'. We went out to the bar on Friday night. We had a blast, and I wasn't expecting a call on Saturday. Got a call from the Rams. There's 2 teams. I'm drawing a blank on the other ones. The Rams did not come through Stevens Point, and they called me on Saturday, just seeing how I was doing, checking in, and said that they're looking to get me at some point. I'm like, that's crazy. They showed no interest throughout this whole thing. So we went out on Saturday night, had another good time, and then on Sunday, then that's when you knew that things were getting real. Like that was a possibility. At that time, still unsure whether a free agent, I would accept it, but being drafted would have been pretty cool. And then sitting around at my parents' house, we had some other local friends of mine were there. My mom made a ton of food, and we had a blast. Just
high school buddies.
Everybody's staring at the TV, and the bar in town, River Ale, was like the bar in town.
River Ale.
That was packed. People were waiting. Buddies of mine, they bought a hat for every NFL team. Yep. And then they paid, I think it was like $20 to get the hat, and you threw them in a garbage bag. They reached in, and they all had different hats on, and whoever drew the hat that I got drafted by won the pot. And it was my high school football coach.
Oh,
which is pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Which is pretty cool. So we're at my parents. We watched it. We got the phone call on the one landline phone in our house with the 20-foot cord.
I was curious. I was going to ask that if you didn't talk about it.
Yeah. We didn't have cell phones at that time. No. And they told me that they were going to draft me with their next pick. Told me to just set the phone down and watch it with my family. So my mom has pictures as it's scrolling across the bottom line. They didn't announce it, of course, at that time in the 6th round.
So house is packed right now?
House is pretty packed.
That's awesome.
And everybody knows everybody's
after
ready.
I get off the phone, and we had some celebration drinks, and then we went down to the River Ale, and it was on from there.
That's so awesome.
All my college coaches were there. They came, and it was a huge party at the River Ale that night.
And I can tell you, everyone at this in this room has thoroughly had good times at the River Ale in China.
Never had that time at the River Ale.
Not a chance. And
Rest in peace.
gone way too soon. Like, such a great place. All right, so now we're in the NFL. So now we're heading to Detroit, Michigan. And your favorite place, Pontiac. That is wonderful Silverdome.
Yeah, kind of the armpit capital. I mean, it's
Similar
it's just a
It's
different
the
area.
Altoona of Wisconsin.
Some say that.
Similar to Rhinelander.
Hi, JT.
I enjoyed my time there. It was different. The Silverdome was huge, but just the facilities are night and day from what they are now. Like what I finished with Pittsburgh, they had the old white bubble is what we practice in the indoor, and after games on Sunday, then on Monday we do our walkthrough practice out in the Silverdome itself, and they're spraying down the fire hoses and they're spraying down the stands, and it just stunk. We called it the sewer dome. It stunk. The weight room was down there just off from it, so it was a raunchy smell all the time. It was just not nice facilities.
And like in a place like that, like I spent a lot of time at the Metrodome in Minneapolis, so I'm assuming it's somewhat similar. Like they don't overly heat those places because they wait for the body heat to do it, where all the people come in. So you're in there before it's chilly.
In the wintertime, we're practicing in there at times, and it's in the 50s, mid 50s, low 50s in there at best.
So obviously you moved on from Detroit after this and went to a different place, and your coach there once threw me off his bench. Because in the Metrodome, I was working for the news station. I was sick as a dog, but you didn't want to give up your spot. So if you ever said, "Hey, I can't make the spot," like you're no longer on the road team. You're no longer on the broadcast team, so you can't go to the games. So you're doing
whatever you can.
So I'm sitting there going, just like dying on the bench, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I get a tap on my shoulder. What the fuck are you doing on my bench? And I look up and I'm like, newsboy, shit. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I have someone help me up. It was Bill Cowher just screaming at me to get off his bench because all the players were out, and I'm just like, oh my god,
cough in his face.
Oh yeah, well they brought me straight. I had like 104.5 temperature, and I was sitting there. Sorry, coach. Sorry, my fault. So that was my only experience with Cowher. I'm hoping you had something better.
He was awesome. Between him and Coach LeBeau were the two best coaches I ever played for, without a doubt. We were just back there 3 weeks ago, it is now, and had a chance to just sit and talk to both of them, and they're outstanding. Like Coach Cowher, every time he stood up in front of the group in the meeting room, you got goosebumps every time. Like everybody was at full attention when he was up in front of us. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I mean, they had such great teams. I mean, like you know,
they're different now. Like
a little bit
decent, but they're just not the same. We were talking about that. A bunch of our teammates at that game that we're at. They said one of the guys asked. I think it was Dan Crater was our fullback. He's like, "How do you think we'd stack up against these guys?" And Joey Parson was like, "We'd kick the shit out of them." Like, he goes, "It wouldn't even be a game."
I mean, it is what it is. Like, let's be real about this here. So your time, like, what was your extra transition time between Detroit and Pittsburgh? Like, how was that how did that all shake out for you?
It was good. So, like, my first year, especially in Detroit, I'm coming from Shiocton. I'm coming from Stevens Point. Now I'm in big city of Detroit. I'm still just a peon. I'm coming from a Division III school, Wisconsin, Stevens Point. All these other guys are from premier Division I colleges. So I'm drinking out of fire hose. I mean, the playbook is 5 inches thick, and I'm swimming. The one thing I pride myself in, I was smart. I studied. I was in that playbook nonstop, so I knew the defense. I could play multiple positions at the outside linebacker, inside linebacker, and I think that's why I stuck around, and it was the same in Pittsburgh. But every year in Detroit, I got more and more comfortable, and by the time I'm going to Pittsburgh, I feel like I belong. Like I've been there. I've got 4 years under my belt. Go to Pittsburgh. It was the first day of free agency. Detroit was kind of playing games with me. They were having conversations with me. They knew I had some visits coming up. Special teams coaches calling me nonstop. The grass is not greener. They're trying to get me to go there. I'm like, and I got to see all the right things. I'm like, I want to be back in Detroit. I didn't want to be back in Detroit at that time. They had Matt Millen. We went 2-14, 3-13. I want nothing to do with staying in Detroit.
God, I remember Matt Millen.
I want to get out of there.
Man, as a Packer fan, I loved him.
Yeah. So then I'm sitting at home one night, and my wife was at some a party, like a pampered chef party or some weird thing like that. And I'm just hanging out and get a phone call, and it's Steve Mariucci. He was the new coach that next year. And he's like, hey, what do you got going on this week? I'm like, well, I'm actually flying out to Pittsburgh tomorrow morning. Why don't you fly here and we'll get this deal done? I'm like, yeah, that'd be great, coach. Let's do it. I ended up flying out to Pittsburgh. Had got the tour, they take you on the physical right away, toured the stadium, met with Coach Cowher quick, in watching film with the linebackers coach, and they told me to turn my phone off. My agent's trying to get a hold of me. So I step out of the room, call him up. He's like, hey, we're trying to get this thing done. Next thing you know, we're agreeing to a deal. They take me in a room, the Omar Khan, who is the GM now, yep. He was just the scout at the time. He's saying, hey, I'll put you in this room, make some phone calls, I'll get the paperwork together, and then we'll get you signed. So I'm in the phone staring out at the river and calling my wife. I'm like, I think I just signed with the Steelers. She's like, what do you mean you think you did? I'm like, well, I did sign with. I mean, it's crazy. That was a blur. It was so cool, but it all happened like that. And they're like, well, why don't we put you in a hotel tonight? We'll take you out to dinner. I'm like, nah, I want to get back. I was so excited. I just want to get back. They got me in a plane that night, and I was back home, and it was.
Wow,
do not
just
regret that decision.
whirlwind.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's really
pretty cool.
I will say the one reason I did want to steer this back to Detroit is because we have to sing.
Oh, yeah.
So in Detroit,
it's almost that time of year.
It is getting there. It's very much towards the holidays.
You were getting me nervous too. I was like, don't leave Detroit just yet.
No, that's why I had to steer her back here. So a radio station, Detroit, had a nice little song. So gentlemen, if you would. We wish you a Merry Kriewaldt. We wish you a Merry Kriewaldt. We wish you a Merry Kriewaldt.
And I hope that I play.
There it is. So now that's kind of a cool thing.
But give us the
cool.
backstory on that, because that is awesome.
We talked about that quite a bit
Yeah.
a few weekends ago. We're out there. Their guys were bringing it up and talking about it. They knew about the song, but it was cool because this radio station, I forgot what it was. Or what their digits were, but they were cool. They just came to practice, and they'd always find me for whatever reason, and it was just every week then they're like, do you mind getting on our show with us? Tuesdays are off day, so every Tuesday morning they call me and I do a short little segment on the radio station with them. So I did that, and then they came up with this at Christmas time. So it's awesome. Something that it's still there.
That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that's pretty damn cool.
It was weird because for a while I'm like, are they making fun of me, or is it? And I realized that they're just good. They're just good guys. They
looking for a good guy to.
And once we went back there for the Super Bowl was in Detroit, they were there for media day, and they came up, and they were so cool. They're awesome. They're so ecstatic.
That's really
and excited.
cool.
It was pretty cool.
Did you recognize them?
I did.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
It was fun.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
All right, so let's talk about that, because that's kind of a big deal. So now you're in Pittsburgh, which you didn't realize you signed with, and you're having a great time in Pittsburgh, and all of a sudden we're going to Super Bowl in Detroit.
Pretty outstanding, especially the buses going back home. That was the big to-do, right? Jerome was thought about retiring the year before. We ended up going 15-1 in the regular season and get beat in the AFC Championship game by the Patriots, so it was deflating. We peaked at the wrong.
That's good phrasing on the Patriots, by the way. That seemed awfully intentional.
But the next year, they really just the other weekend when we were out there, Ben was telling stories about it. Joey, they talked Jerome to coming back for one more because they want to get him a championship. So that we end up we struggled. We had 6 games left of the season. We needed to win out to even get a shot at getting in the playoffs, and we end up winning out, and we start peaking at the right time. Coach Cowher had us fired up and going, and we were the first team at that time to be the number 6 seed and go on and go to the Super Bowl.
So how many years are you in Pittsburgh when this is going on?
That was my 3rd year.
3rd year Pittsburgh.
3rd year.
Cowher turns things around that last part of the season, and
got to turn around. 3rd year, because then I played one more with Coach Cowher, and then Mike Tomlin. Coach Tomlin was his first year was my last year in Pittsburgh.
So your Super Bowl run that year, you guys had that like crazy playoff game against Indy, right?
Indy.
That was that game?
Indy, that was
insane.
Jerome Bettis never fumbles the football, gets the handoff, and fumbles the damn football, and Harper picks it up, and Ben Roethlisberger makes a behind like shoestring tackle, gets him on the ground, and then it was a Vanderjack, wide right.
Our idiot kicker.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But the game was over. The game should have been over. Jerome never fumbles. Jerome gets in there for a touchdown. The game is sealed. We're done. Yep. And then we go on to Denver and we put a whooping on them.
Yeah, I mean, next time you see Jerome, tell him I say thanks because I won my fantasy league that year because I had him and all he did was have like 3 carries, 2 touchdowns, 4 yards, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. I'm riding this bus.
That's all he did. Fast Willie Parker got it down the field, and then Jerome would get the touchdown.
And then you had, and the thing was like, so in the Super Bowl, then you had the Heinz Ward, what they called gadget plays. Well, they're just freaking plays now. It's like not even like a big deal, but like that was such a cool thing, and watching that game was just tremendous.
It was really cool. It was exciting. My wife was there, my mom, dad, and my aunt, uncle, my brothers were there. So it was those are memories that I'll never ever forget. After the game, when we were winning, I remember reaching over the wall and carrying my mom down in the field, my dad on the field, and getting the pictures. Pretty damn cool.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the first play of the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for crying out loud! What happened on that first play of the game?
Yeah,
the most exciting thing, because everyone at that point, everyone has the highest of aspirations. It's that opening kickoff. Walk us through it.
Well, first of all, you're there at a Super Bowl and you're coming out on the field.
Well,
For sure. And
Flip that coin.
you're there for the Super Bowl, and all year, guys on kickoff. I played on kickoff return too, but you just pray that it's kickoff. You start the game with a kickoff because it's a hell of a lot easier to run down on the kickoff than try to block the maniacs running down on kickoff. So we got the kickoff. We're lined up and sitting out there. The crowd is going nuts, and you can hear it. And once I start running down the field, like my ears just shut off. I didn't hear a damn thing running down the field the whole time. It was like I was floating on a cloud. I mean, everybody, you hear people saying that at the moments. I had that moment. I'm running down. I don't hear a damn thing. I'm floating. And as soon as I hit them, like my ears open up and I heard everything. And
the roar.
It's like, pretty cool. Yep.
At that moment, I would say, "Gitchy Goomy."
Gitchy Goomy.
so what's your comparison for Mount scenario?
I've got nothing.
I got nothing.
I cannot compare to a Super Bowl. Sorry,
I can't say shit. I sure as hell didn't play in college, so I'm like, I can't say anything anyways.
Yeah, my college, I have nothing that compares to that. So no.
Because you did when we had Mr. Dane here, you were like, so just like me, I'm like, well, hold the fuck on here. What are we talking about here?
And he would tell you what? He would
stop
say,
playing.
Yeah, stop playing, Drew.
Yeah,
don't mess with my boy.
Yeah, well, he did.
So, trivia question for you guys:
Ooh.
Who was our band at our Super Bowl party? Maybe I've said it the last time.
You did. Gosh,
I
darn
can't.
it.
I'd love to go back to the recording. However,
The Commodores.
oh, that's right.
Oh, yes.
Back in Motown with the Commodores, full outfits too. Full like gold lame, all shiny, ready to go.
They weren't like that.
I knew it was going to be
cutting a
some
rug?
Detroit.
Yeah.
Did you cut a rug?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Why wouldn't you at that point, though? I mean,
It was cool. Like Hank Williams Jr. was there, Kid Rock was there, Snoop Dogg was at the party. I mean, it was pretty freaking cool.
Wow.
No one gave any shits at that
Yeah.
point about anything, right?
yeah, absolutely. Like, at what point is like security like trying to? What do you do? Like, why would you try and stop anything? Just let this all happen.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you've got celebrities left and right of you, and what a time!
Well, most of those guys, like Hank Williams Jr., most of those guys don't care who he is. Whereas he's sitting at our table with my parents, and we're all sitting there just bullshit with him and having drinks. I'm like, this is like the coolest thing ever.
Do you know who we're drinking? That's Chris Kopic over there.
Oh yeah. I'm sure that's what they said.
So you were sitting with your rowdy friends?
Yep.
On a Sunday night?
On a Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same, but yeah. I mean, that
Same
was
thing.
everyone's childhood on ABC was just Hank Williams Jr. coming out on Monday night and just,
My God.
man. Yeah.
So you were talking earlier tonight about the homecoming for this.
The Super Bowl reunion, yes.
Correct.
Yep.
So running around and you made it home back over there to check this
20
out.
years already. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
So we're back there for the 10 year. Now this is 20 already, which it doesn't seem real that it's 20 years already.
They had like a nice little kind of hoopla on the field and bring out some players. And
Yeah, it was great. On Friday night, we're at the hotel. The Coach LeBeau was there. Coach Cower just sat in the room. Like we said, we had a good chance to just catch up and BS with them. And Saturday we went to the walkthrough practice, and then Saturday night at the stadium they had like a charity fundraising dinner. Panel like Ben Roethlisberger up there, Jerome. They had 3 different stints of walking us through the playoff, the run, and then the playoff games, talking about each game. And then on Sunday we're at the game, got in the field before the game at halftime, and it was pretty cool. I got a really cool they were yelling that the whole time in pregame. Not yelling, but to stay back behind the line, behind the goalpost. They had us lined up in the back of the end zone. And then Joey walked by, and he said, "Get over here, let's go." So I started following him, like, "Joey, we're gonna get yelled at." And then James Ferrier was there, and then we started walking Larry
Who's
Foote.
selling porter?
No kidding.
What's that?
Who's going to stop him?
We started walking, and he's going around where the linebackers line up on our sideline, and we're over there right with them all, like TJ and stuff, and they're giving us high fives.
Yeah.
They go out in the middle and they do the little circle there, and they're waving us out there. So we run out there, and we're in the middle of the field.
That's awesome.
TJ is just losing his mind in the middle of that huddle. It was the coolest thing ever.
That's pretty.
Joey, because Joey thinks he's still running it, right? Yeah. So Joey, we're going like this, and Joey's trying to talk to him about what's going on, and TJ's like, "Joey, shut the fuck up." And he's pounding his fist at it. I got a video of it.
Oh, that's great.
There's no one else that's telling Joey Porter to shut up. Like that's
It's
It was awesome.
I mean, when he's like, "This is my show now."
Yeah, Joey thought it was his show.
He's in
He
the
really
moment.
did, yeah. And he's finally his eyes were like
Just ready to
He was
go.
in a whole other world.
Yeah.
was
Put the
pretty
shoulder pads on. I'm going.
Yeah,
That's so good.
it was pretty cool.
It's
So it's great to
phenomenal
be
experience.
back there and see those guys. There's probably maybe 7 guys that didn't show up off the team that had some are coaching college football right now and some other commitments. But for the most part, most of the guys look the same. Few coaches look like they age quite a bit, but which is weird.
Yeah.
So speaking of players coaching, we're talking post-career now, and you have that itch to stay in the game, and
Had
the itch to stay
Had
in
the
the
itch.
game.
Yes.
First year of not being part of high school football since I've been back.
Crazy, isn't it?
Wow.
It is crazy. Miss it a little bit, but not that much.
So
Not enough.
You miss it on
Yeah.
Fridays, but not Monday through
Miss it,
Thursday.
yeah. Miss it on
coaching
Friday
for
nights.
freedom.
For freedom. Yep.
So you coach there how long?
Off and on. It's 7 years as a head coach. 5 years initially. Did another 2-year stint, but I stayed on as an assistant for the other year. So I think a total of 15 years.
How did freedom do in this time?
Had a great season again. Oh, this year.
With you.
We made it to the semifinals 4 times.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Could
good.
never figure out how to get to that next game.
Who was kind of the hump you couldn't get over there in the fun and that level?
It was always, the first year was my first year as a head coach. We got beat by Bigfoot.
I'm sure.
And then after that, it was the conference out to the west, like Osceola, St. Croix Central got
Yep.
us. Just even 2 years ago, Baldwin Woodville got us.
Yeah.
So that conference is tough. It's very similar to the Northeastern for sure.
So you you got kids, all sports, some sports.
Yep.
Carter, I know for sure. I heard.
Yep. Cutter goes to Winona State. He transferred from North Dakota State.
But you coached him in high school, yes?
Coach him in high school. Yep. Coach him in high school. And then my daughter, his twin, she plays basketball at Concordia St. Paul. And then my 19-year-old son, he gave up sports in 6th grade. And then I have a 13-year-old son that just does football. And then our little 7-year-old daughter, she's still figuring out what she's going to do.
Hockey, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know about hockey. I don't think hockey's in Kendall's future.
Well, I know what program she'd be in, so we'd be all right with it.
It's really a struggle because we've been there and done that. We did all the travel ball with the twins. We were all over the place with them. Kind of did the silent little fist pump when Colin, my 19-year-old, said he didn't want to play sports anymore because it's just there's times they're all in tournament teams and we're in 3 different kids in 3 different cities at the time. So he didn't play, and then it was like baseball. And Clay, my 13-year-old, didn't play baseball. I'm like, kind of nice again.
What's time to
So
talk
now
some
we're-
hotel lobby?
Well, that's what I'm
We had a lot of hotel lobbies.
that's-
So I'm going
for
to
sure.
keep kind of nudging you towards having Kendall play some hockey because my daughter is 6 and we'd be in the same program, probably on the same teams. I'm just saying.
And how old is yours?
She's 7.
6,
She's-
7.
Oh, stop. Just
I did that.
Too easy.
no, we're not doing that.
Gumi Gucci.
Yeah, no kidding.
Gucci.
So, what is your favorite of all those sports you're traveling?
Get you Gumi, by the way.
No one gives a shit. So we're sitting there like all these different sports you're going to now as a parent and traveling. Like, what is your group that you kind of clung on to, being like, hey, this is the lobby we want to be part of this, and
The group?
Yeah.
That is it?
Yeah,
I would say it was my son's. He played for the Stars, Greenville Stars. It was coached by Jamie Kunke. Great guy, great coach. So it was a combination of Hortonville kids, Freedom kids, and we had Drew Joten from Little Shoot on the team. That was a fun group. we had a good time. We travel a lot. We're the Midwest tour, but we spent a lot of weekends together, and it was just a fun group. There was no drama. Everybody got along, and the hotel lobby is quite fun.
So do you have like a hotel lobby? Do you have someone that stood out like, God, I remember that time.
The legend.
That's what I'm looking for.
Been a long time, yeah.
I'm looking for a legend. Was there a time, an incident, someone that stood out and was like, there's my lobby legend.
That's who I'm sitting
there.
by.
I'm pretty sure if you pull the group, they're going to point at me.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
So then to Clint Kriewaldt, our
Lobby legend. Well, he's going on the wall.
He is, and he's also got to get his daughter into hockey. Easy task at this point.
So if I'm a math guy and I like linear,
Number 6 in the state.
yep.
Or 7.
So your son is 13, 14,
13. It'll be 14. in
your
March.
daughter 7. That means a new one's coming soon? Or?
Our 7-year, we refer to our 7-year-old as the unexpected
New Year's.
blessing.
Is it a New Year's party?
It was a New Year's.
Was it
party.
really?
So yeah, you're right. That's coming up too. So we'll see.
This is the year.
We've learned since then.
So in the sense of my 6-year-old, we always say
my
our kids,
goodness.
how old are your kids? 18, 16, 13s, and whoops.
We can't call her whoops.
No, but there's an age difference there.
Her teacher's saying a lot of whoops right now, I'll tell you that.
For you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's great.
But she's feral. We've talked about this. There's no controlling that kid.
Izzy's fantastic.
Yeah.
She's a great kid.
Yeah, don't tell the Kakana public school system about that. 'cause
I'll tell
they,
them
they
right
might
now.
disagree with you right now.
She's fantastic. She's a great kid.
Oh, I think so, personally.
Yeah. She's a
One thing from a coaching perspective is when you came back, did you get into coaching right away?
A year off, and then I got into it right away. And I was lost. I was just an assistant at the time. I was coaching under Ted Evers, was the head coach at Freedom.
Oh, sure.
I was lost. I came from the NFL, and high school football and the NFL was a total different game. Nothing made sense to me. I mean, you had to really dumb it down a lot, and you realize that you have probably 4 or 5 kids maybe that gave a crap about being out there and actually put the time in. And our kids just want to put a jersey on so they can give it to their girlfriend in school, right? And just it's fun to play football.
Right.
So it took me probably 3 or 4 years to really get my feet
really
underneath
adjust,
me and then understand high school football and how to really coach it, right?
how about that? Just coming from Pittsburgh, you
Yeah.
retire or you're leaving NFL.
And you're a young guy.
Yeah, and
Right.
so you're coming back home. What's that transition like?
It's tough. You hear the stories of guys that struggle with it, and I lived it. It is a struggle because you said you're a young guy. You're done at 31, 32 years old.
Yeah.
You come back home. I always refer to it as fantasy land. Like you're in fantasy land. You're doing all these cool things. You're going to charity dinners. You're going to all these events. You're around celebrities. You're
on the radio.
Guys, singing some
Podcast,
Christmas songs.
whatever.
Yeah.
But you're in the world, and every day, and you're in the locker room. You have your buddies, right? They're sitting right next to you. You're talking to coaches, and then you get kicked back out of fantasy land. You're in Appleton,
here you are.
Wisconsin, and no one's talking to you anymore. You're trying to figure out what the hell you're going to do with the rest of your life. It's a struggle. It really is a struggle. So it took me just about 6 months to really figure out what I want to do. I ended up leaving injured. My neck was giving me problems. My shoulder. I moved back home. Done. When the trainer came to our house, that was an eye opener. When he's like, "Look, I consider you guys friends. I think it's time for you to be done playing football right now." I'm like, all right, that sounds good. And then the Steelers were great with me with that part of it. But then you get back home and you get some stupid ideas in your head. I remember calling Kevin Spencer, was my special teams coach in Pittsburgh. When they hired Tomlin, he went with Russ Grimm, Ked Wisenhout out to Arizona. I called him up and said, "Hey, Kevin, I think I want to play again." And he's like, "You dumbass." He goes, "We just signed a guy like you last week." He goes, "Why didn't you call us last week?" He's like, "Well, why don't you just come on here and coach with us?" I'm like, I don't know if I want to live that lifestyle either, because I see the time that they put in, the hours they put in. So I'm like, I don't know, I'll think about it. And then ultimately I didn't decide to do that, and chose and start thinking of different things. And I always thought law enforcement, cops are cool when I was a kid. I'm like, why not? Let's try that. And I love it. It's awesome.
What did you go to school for, like at Point?
It's interior architecture.
So Not even close. Okay.
I always
pretty
loved
close.
designing and drawing
Yeah,
stuff and just
copping,
doing different
yeah.
like floor plans and stuff like that.
So
But
no interest in doing that at the time when you're.
I was too far removed from it. Like I think so many things like the CAD programs are totally different than like most of the stuff we did was all hand drawn at that time.
Sure.
Right? So
You-
I would have.
You're living the T-square life at that point. You know?
for sure. I had a drafting table in my room in
Yeah.
college and spent many long nights there because I procrastinated and waited to the last night to do all these projects.
A very
all-nighters.
intricate detail of something you said earlier, though, which I'm surprised with your major. I'm surprised you left that Pampered Chef party to go out to Pittsburgh to get signed.
I wasn't at it. My wife was at it. My wife was at it. You misunderstood.
Okay.
Bird boy.
Cheers.
I remember that. What? Oh, that's great.
So now we're stepping away from this. I got to bring up our brackets here.
All right.
All right. So now we're doing a brackets, and we're not doing football movies this time.
Boo.
I got football.
I'm sticking to Johnny Be Good.
Yeah.
Convicted.
football,
Best of times.
football video game franchises.
Oh,
Right? Video game franchises. I'm just going to get right to so I don't care about the years because I know people that are like, well, the 17 game. No, shut up. I don't care about that. All right. Right away. First one. Our number one seed, Madden Football, against a classic, old school, original Nintendo game, 10-Yard Fight. Does anyone remember that game at all?
Vaguely.
Barely.
That's the correct answer. There's a reason there's a one seed and
Yeah,
eight seed
it's
here.
going to be. See, Madden's going to roll
I would
here.
take. So we're picking teams. Who would you take?
Yeah, which one would you take in this scenario?
Of the old Nintendo?
No. Madden versus
What?
10-Yard Fight. You're taking way too long to think about this.
Madden.
Yeah, Madden.
I think that's a pretty clean sweep here.
that's an easy. Yep.
All right, moving on for Madden, which was the obvious.
Sideways,
The
it's the
replacements.
Giants, right? Lawrence Taylor was unstoppable in the game. Nintendo,
That's
right?
tech-
We'll get there.
Yeah.
That's not.
Oh, that's what I was.
That might possibly be on this. All right, next up, NFL Blitz, which was basically like the NBA Jam of the NFL.
Yes.
Right versus, we'll just say in college football, is a blanket statement. The college football games. So this is a tough one because now you have those.
Like EA
College
Sports
football.
college football?
well, if it's in the game, it's in the game. Yeah.
Yes.
College football.
Yeah, that's an easy one for me. I'm taking
for me
the
as well. I like the college
ball.
football. I love the
can't-
covers of them.
I'm seeing a lot of nods over there as well. College, we're pretty
We
straightforward.
got a huge crowd here.
Yeah.
They got to shut up over there.
It's a lot of background noise.
No.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna tell you though.
Security.
Here's what I'm telling you. Every chair is full. This is a packed house.
That's true.
Absolute packed house tonight in this lobby. All right, next one. Now the other side of the bracket. I only have 8 for this one. I do have some honorable mentions. I'll get to. Actually, you know what? We're in between this. I'll get to the honorable mentions after the first round here. All right, the 2K franchise. So it started with the Sega Dreamcast, but then the best one was like ESPN 2K5 because that thing was like $20 when Madden was like 60. So that was a huge franchise that was pretty good, and actually they lost up because that franchise was getting so much momentum that's when EA paid for the likeness rights of the NFL exclusive rights, so they had to bail. So this was the last year was 2K versus Joe Montana football. Does anyone remember this one? Sega Genesis.
I don't remember.
You had 2 versions of this. One where you could do the point of view, so you could see out the quarterback's face mask. It was like so freaking cool. And then they were the first one to have sports talk, where they had like the little digitized voice in there. It was like sports talk. It wasn't like a speak and spell. It was like terrifying to hear it, but it was like the actual thing. So we're doing 2K versus Montana.
Well, you described Montana very well. I'm going to take
I would
Montana.
go with
on
that
this
too.
one. Yeah,
never,
I like
never
that.
seen it.
I'm
Never
going
heard of
for it for a different reason. The Water Boy. Joe Montana.
I said Joe Montana.
So Joe Montana.
We are doing football movies.
Yes, we are.
Your reason is your reason, and that's fine with that one. All right, now the slam dunk
I
here.
like who I like.
Well, Game Day Football, which was actually a pretty good thing, came out like in '98 or something like that. That was actually a really good one. I had that for the N64. You have to get that expansion pack, otherwise it's not very good. Versus Tecmo Bowl.
Come on.
Sweet.
Stop it, Drew.
Stop playing. Tecmo.
Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, that's an easy one there. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to figure out a final here. All right. So having only those 8 teams here. Now I'm going to go to some honorable mentions that didn't quite make the cut here. Do you remember NFL Street?
I was gonna say that.
Yes, there we go.
Oh yeah, of
crowd.
course.
NFL Street.
We got a gamer back here.
I didn't realize there was this many different.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought there was only Tecmo.
You were like being successful and having dates and stuff. Guys like me. Guys like me. We're figuring this out here.
Not only did I know every one of these.
Another one. There was a game that came out in '96 called Quarterback Challenge. The gameplay itself in the NFL, like the actual like football game part, wasn't very good, but they had the quarterback skills competition that you would see like they do in Miami at the Pro Bowl or in Hawaii in the Pro Bowl every year, and it was like ridiculously fun. So honorable mention. Did not make the cut. There was a game way back in the day, if you remember, in the arcade called Cyberball, which was robots playing football.
Wow.
I do recall this one.
Yeah.
I do.
Because you were given like whatever a budget, and you had to buy your quarterback and your running back and stuff like that. And then you'd buy the most expensive one, they'd overheat and explode. And then you get like the plastic one.
I must not have had a date that weekend.
That year.
Welcome to that year. They did actually make an 06. They made an arena football league video game. Never played it, but I threw it in here because I'm like, that's kind of a unique thing. I think that'd be kind of a fun one to play. The 50-yard indoor war, as it was. And the other one may have had someone on the cover that you know well. There was a game called Head Coach with Bill Cowher on the cover.
Really?
No kidding.
Where it was basically you were just the coach picking plays and picking players, and the game was happening in real time, and you were just like managing it.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was like
I like it.
It was
That's actually be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was in real time. So if like a player was injured, you had to go tend to the player. You still had a play clock that was going, so you still had to pick the play, then go do this and talk to another guy, and you're like pass off to assist and all this. It was pretty cool. But no one really played it because it was like you had need like nerds, football nerds who really wanted to see that stuff.
Right.
Was it fun, Chris?
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yeah. And?
Yeah. No. So that was my list of honorable mentions. So if anyone wants to comment down there below, what did we miss? Let us know. All right, now we're on to round 2. Madden versus college. This is a tough one. I think it is honestly a tough one because it's essentially the same gameplay, but with the college, I think you had way more play options and formations and a little more craziness, plus, hundreds of teams, so I think it was a little different experience.
Clinton, you go first. I'll follow. I got thoughts on this. 2 questions, 1 comment.
They're both good college.
Going to college?
Yep.
So I actually agree, and here's why. Because those games were kind of cool because you could build your team, the freshmen coming in, and
Sure.
as a season.
You got the recruiting pipelines and all that. It's a whole different aspect to it.
So I will say that I did nerd out on the college, both Madden and college, but I really enjoyed the college one because you could build your college team, the Badgers or whomever, and throughout your
You could build a better Badger current team, by the way. Just saying, you could do better.
Can you do that?
Stop playing.
Stop playing. So I will take the college game because I really enjoyed that, and I was bummed when EA Sports stopped creating that.
Came back last year.
Did it?
Yeah, well, all the NIL stuff, that's why they settled it. They didn't want to pay players.
I'm just not much of a gamer anymore. Back in the day.
I would have went Madden. And the only reason for it was I looked forward to release day every year. And I looked forward to see what's the player that's going to be on there. There was the Madden curse, right? And the release day, it's out, boom, we get it. And so it just takes me back to the memories from that perspective. It's not as much as the gameplay like you were identifying.
If you were on the cover of Madden or a Campbell's Soup commercial, you were about to get hurt.
You're going to get hurt.
All right. So we're do we have any thoughts over there? I mean, the decision's been made, but
I would have said college only because
Yeah.
I like the feature of your college player gets to go to the next Madden game.
Correct.
wow. All right, college football. Moving on. Now we have Joe Montana football versus Tecmo Bowl.
I don't know why you even asked me
Yeah.
that. Stop it, Drew.
Tecmo.
Moving on.
Yep.
Yeah. Now we have the matchup of matchups: Tecmo Bowl versus college football.
Who are you asking first?
Third tie.
That's tough. That's tough. And the thing is, because you have Tecmo and everyone knows those secrets, all right? You take the Giants, Lawrence Taylor's blocking every kick, and you can do this. You take the Raiders, and Bo Jackson can't
Bo
be tackled.
Jackson.
There, you take the Lions, and no one can catch Barry Sanders. There's everyone knows the little secrets and who you're taking and why in Tecmo Bowl. But again, with all those features in college, it's got a little more options to it.
Yeah. Who you start with?
No school, like the old school for me. I go Tecmo on this.
Well, we're going to tip it right to Tecmo because we grew up with that.
That's it. I mean,
that was
we're old men. You're an aging man. You're a young man.
That was the coolest game back in the day.
And if you're sitting there playing, you're watching your buddy. You call that same play, all of a sudden, I lost 12 yards. How did you know? It's just lucky, I guess. Yeah, it was crazy.
We would have buddies come over. You'd stay up till whatever time playing tournaments of this. I mean, it was so good.
Well, and like you said with that, and I mentioned you look at your buddy's paddle, but you had to have friends to have a second player. So one-player games were pretty much fun, though, from what I understand.
Tecmo, to me, was the Dawson's Creek for JT. Everybody in the dorm was doing
Everybody
it.
in the dorms.
Except it for real. It's for real.
Tecmo all the way around, Clint?
Tecmo.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, okay, so now, just to throw this out there real quick. So, I mean, Tecmo's our champ, by the way. Yay. Good job, Tecmo. You did it. I'm curious on, you always hear, like I said, in the dorms, everyone's watching this or playing that and all that stuff. How does that work at the pro level? You guys playing video games? You all getting together and playing some Madden or college football?
I didn't play a lot of video games, or and even in training camp or anything. I don't think a lot of guys did. Like now that I never really played a lot of video games until now. Like my 13-year-old son, and even when my older son gets home, we'll play either Madden or college football. We just randomly select teams, and that's why I like college, because you randomly select a team, you can really get a shitty team against a great team. So play a lot more now than I've ever did, but.
Yeah,
not when I was playing. We never played. I think guys did, but not like you think.
It would be intriguing, but you get like the college one was great because you do have take like some like team just for like the flex bone, running some crazy offenses that are old school, and
right.
I mean, the Delaware wing tee was just legendary for all the 80s and 90s. I'm telling you,
Tomahawk wing tee, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
Get that helmet out.
I'm afraid to it. It might snap. No.
That face mask will come right off. Those plastic little clips are rotted right off from it.
So we're down, boys, to the poor decisions. If we're gonna get some help handing these out real quick.
Hey, while he's handing these out, I just want to give a quick shout out to Andrew Becker, who handed out some of his favorite candies from Halloween as we did our Halloween episode a couple weeks back. And he handed out those jelly dinosaurs, and I was sitting at a hockey practice. He came down and set him next to me, and he's like, I was like, what's this, buddy? And he goes, hey, this is from the Halloween episode. This is my favorite candy back in the day. I was like,
oh, that's
fantastic.
Awesome.
So Andrew Becker, we did do some taste testing with the jelly dinosaurs, and nicely done, buddy.
I will say, right when you showed those, I totally remember those. They were so good.
Yeah,
they were so good.
I still got some Pop Rocks left. Should have brought them.
Ooh, I don't know. Let's wait till next Halloween.
Very good.
Next Halloween.
For anyone who was wondering, the Pop Rocks with Tingala that did not work very well. All right, so we're on to our poor decisions. So
poor decisions,
gentlemen. So the question is, would you bring this into the hotel lobby? By the way, an hour ago this was fizzy. Would you bring this into the hotel lobby and pass it around to share?
It's got like grape, vanilla. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong.
It's like grape soda.
This is...
I mean, what are we doing with it?
Happy Dads by Death Row Records.
Death Row Records. Hell yeah, yes. Bringing it in there.
That's my summer drink.
Right?
It's a great one.
I think you just put that on a glass of ice and then you have about one of those.
Yeah.
That's about it, right?
Yeah, right. I mean,
can I see it?
But
sure.
But for sure, you can have that in the lobby. Switch back to some garage beers. Maybe back to Basil Hayden. We don't know, but yeah, that's allowed.
Suck the taste buds a little bit.
Yeah. So when we were in,
if that's gluten free, I'm all over it.
That's what would hold you back there.
That's what's stopping you.
So when we were in St. Louis, we saw this, and I'm like, all right, we got to do this. And then I didn't even dawn on me.
I like it.
I was like 2 inches pounding these, and I'm like, wait, Snoop's with these. Fuck, this is THC. I was like, I just stopped.
No.
I had a quick moment of panic.
I feel my teeth.
Yeah, I was like, no, shoot.
It is not though. It is just a nice seltzer that is, by the way, very gluten free.
Yeah, grape. I like it.
It's right up your alley, buddy.
Yeah.
So we are saying this is a
Yeah, that's
Lobby
a
drink
for sure. That's getting in the lobby.
all right. Very good. Well, we're sitting there wrapping up our day here. Clint, thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys.
thanks
Good
for
to be
coming
back.
Please, God, make this one work.
See you guys in a few weeks.
Third time's a charm.
Talking to us now. They won't see it in a while. All right, the party words.
Hey, fellas, make sure you drink lots of water. Give your mom a big hug, and for God's sake, delete that browsing history.
Clint, party words for us.
Man, I'm trying to blank. You guys go.
Jamie, what do you got?
I'm with Clint. Finish this off.
All right, as we always say, the hotel lobby is not a place, it's an event. Find your people, find your place, find your conversations, and live that lobby life. The hotel lobby is produced by Big Bark Sports, second produced by Chris Kopic and Drew Bresson. We will catch you next time.